All right, everyone, let's dive right in. We're talking about a Steelers superstar, the one and only TJWATT. He's an absolute force, a monster on the field. But here's the deal, folks. His contract, it's almost up. This is the final year. The clock is officially ticking in Pittsburgh, so what's the holdup? Why haven't the Steelers locked him down? That's the big question on everyone's mind. The Steelers sometimes like to wait. It's kind of their negotiation style, but we are talking about TJWATT here. This isn't just some average player. Is this waiting game a smart move or a huge gamble? Now think about it from Watt's side. There's definitely risk for him too. He has a whole season ahead. What if, heaven forbid, an injury happens? That could change his negotiating power instantly. His performance this year is key. He's clearly betting on himself, and why wouldn't he? He's TJWATT, and for the Steelers, the stakes are sky high. What if Watt goes out there and has another Defensive Player of the Year type season? You know his price tag will soar. Higher and higher it will go. He could demand even more money, more guaranteed cash, everything. This standoff is getting intense, people. Who will blink first? Let's talk about the market, because wow, has it changed. The money for top edge rushers, it has absolutely exploded. We're talking fireworks. Look at Myles Garrett with the Browns. Look at Max Crosby with the Raiders. Those guys got paid, big time. They've set a whole new bar. So what is that new bar? What are elite pass rushers making now? Get ready for this number. It's over $40 million per year. Yes, you heard me, $40 million. That's a massive figure, folks. It completely changes how teams build rosters and how players see their own value. NFL analyst Mike Florio, he chimed in. You know him from Pro Football Talk. He basically said the Steelers might have waited a little too long to talk turkey. Meanwhile, that market price, it just kept climbing. Up and up. Every day that passes, the cost could rise. A potentially very expensive delay for the Steelers. Now, sources say there is an offer. The Steelers have put something on the table. But think about it. Why would Watt jump? He's got all the leverage right now. If he has another incredible season, he could completely reset that market. Again, he knows his worth, believe me, and he's not afraid to wait for the right deal. TJWATT isn't just a great player. He is the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. He's the engine. He's the leader. Their undisputed #1 defender. A true cornerstone for that franchise. He's 30 years old, still at his peak. One of the most dominant forces in the entire NFL. Losing him? That's a nightmare scenario for Steeler Nation. Let's just crunch some numbers. His stats from 2021 to 2024. Are you ready for these figures? A whopping 58.5 sacks. Unreal. That's an average of over 14 sacks per season, plus 16 forced fumbles. Talk about clutch. And he even snagged 3 interceptions. That is consistent game-wrecking production. So, how does he compare to the other top dogs in the league? His output is simply off the charts. He outpaces most of his peers. His numbers are better than Max Crosby in many areas. And he's right there with, or even ahead of, Myles Garrett. There's no doubt about it. He has absolutely earned top-tier money. Just try to imagine that Steelers defense. Without TJWATT lining up on the edge, especially with some question marks at quarterback, their defense truly needs its biggest star. Their chances for the playoffs, they would take a hit. The team's whole identity would shift. He's a massive fan favorite, a leader. He means so much more than just stats to that city. What's next for Watt? So, what happens if they can't agree? If no long-term deal gets signed? The Steelers do have one option. It's called the franchise tag. It's essentially a 1-year contract. It would keep him in black and gold for 2026. But it's just a temporary fix, folks, and it would be very, very expensive. Plus, would Watt be happy with that? Now, we get to the really tough part, the question that makes Steelers fans nervous. Could TJWATT actually leave Pittsburgh, pack his bags, and play for another team? It sounds almost impossible to imagine, but remember, the NFL is a business. If a deal can't be reached, it's a real possibility. A truly unsettling thought for that fan base. The pressure is definitely on. It's immense for the Steelers front office. They absolutely need to get Watt signed for the team's success on the field and to keep that passionate fan base happy. Losing a player of his caliber, it sends a very bad message. What will Art Rooney II and the team decide? So I want to know what you all think. Can you even picture TJWATT wearing a different NFL uniform? It's a tough one, I know, it feels wrong. What should the Steelers do? Open the checkbook, use the franchise tag, hope for the best? This is a huge decision for the franchise. Let me know your opinions. Drop your comments below.